back to my channel. My name is Bisola Amuda, and I'm still hanging with Ayabola and Peter, and we're going to be talking about the culture amongst men, and do men have to be rich to sort of be in a relationship. So I'm going to be putting these two guys on the hot seat. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Hi there. Welcome to 57 Isaac John Shortlet Apartments. We have two-bedroom apartments, fully furnished with a built-in kitchen and suite master bedrooms, 24/7 electricity, access to internet. Our facilities are 20 minutes away from both the international and local airports. Come on down, we can't wait to host you.
All right, so my first question is, why do you think people associate a man's worth with his income? Like, they'll just not rate you.
let's like, wait, no. See, have this conversation.
Okay.
Because, basically, right, I think it boils down to the beginning of time.
Okay.
To the advent of the human race.
Okay.
Listen, when we look at whatever religion or culture it is that you follow, I think a lot of the stories tend to be aligned with man and woman, this and that, right? And then for the longest time, for a long time, it was the whole thing about the patriarchy, right? And where the man had to be, the provider and this and that and this and that. It's a story as old as time. Sorry for my Oduduwa accent. So it's a story as old as time, and then it's basically. I think that's kind of what, even though we don't like to admit it, because times have changed, and we want to, and we as humans want to believe that we have evolved. But even though we don't like to admit it, it's still there. It's still a prevalent factor that the man, regardless of what it is, regardless of what it is, has to be able to be there, be able to at least provide. Now, I'm not saying that the man has to be the breadwinner or anything. I'm not saying that those roles cannot be shared. But the man has to be. The option of the man being able to provide has to be there. I think that's what people don't like to acknowledge, but it's actually true. It's factual. You get, regardless of what is going on with gender neutrality and everything, which is I think is an incredible movement, right? Because I think it's about time that we all tend to. I don't think your gender or your race or your sexual creed or whatever it is has to determine how you live life. You understand? So I think that's a good thing. But on the flip side, I also think that it's still human nature that the man or there's a patriarchal figure has to be able to there as an option to provide. Not that it's a necessity, but it has to be there available. I don't know that makes sense.
Okay.
Before I start, it's the nicer of the two of us. For me, I think it's a very toxic way of thinking. I don't think you should associate respect or maybe accord on the basis of income or wealth or something like that. Any idiot can have money. That's my belief. I think any idiot can have money. Any idiot can do any stupid thing and just have money. On the side of people assessing money, I think it's very important for everyone to have money, so you can provide your basic necessities, just things that just give you access to a quality life. It doesn't have to be an inordinate chase for money that is not missing, and that's what I'm saying is nice, right? So this modern day conversation around men making money it's not about provision. It's not about being able to run a family. It's more about being able to maybe afford lavish lifestyles, buy things that are not luxurious, that are termed luxurious, just basically splurging. So I don't really subscribe. I think one of my, and that's the thing, right? I think one of my major ickies when I hear the female gender speak about money in certain kind of way, it just icks me. And that's the thing. I am not someone that is even maybe sworn to maybe poverty. Let me put it that way. But at the same time, conversations around money, at least in the 21st century, is crazy. I I don't even subscribe to it. In fact, when it comes to like men providing, I think this conversation even ensued like during the week, right? And an older person has to just step in to explain to me that, okay, you know, a man needs to provide because yada yada yada. They sound plausible to the air, but honestly, I think at the end of the day, when it comes to like money, I think everybody should have enough means to run their life.
There's a trend right now that they are calling the rise of soft life for men. Would you say, is it realistic?
Please, can we define soft life?
Yeah, I think yes. I think it's actually a bit vague. Like it's, you can pick and choose. Do you get? So like if you say like soft life, like you know, some men want to be pampered for a change. Or some men want to like not have to, you know, do certain.
They just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to say not bothered with responsibility, unnecessary responsibility that they don't have to take care of.
Yeah.
So they also want to just chill, enjoy their money, have the soft life, and basically stress-free.
Okay, to me that's normal life, right? I don't think anybody should be bothered about anything they don't want to be bothered about. Yeah, anybody can tell me that's irresponsible, but I think you should pick and choose your struggles. If you don't want to be bothered about something, knock yourself out. Don't be bothered about it. Except it is meant to be your responsibility. Like you having a child and not take out, that's irresponsible. That has nothing to do with soft life. That's irresponsibility. But I think when it comes to like maybe catering for grown adults, I think you can pick your poison, man. If you don't want to like, scrap it. That's normal life.
That makes sense. But I was just thinking like, actually being like dead ass, it's not realistic at all. To be fair, because like, look, right, we live in a dog eat dog world. Let's just call it what it is, okay? As much as we want to believe that like it is possible for that to happen, and it is possible for that to happen. It is possible for you to not have to carry it to other grown adults. You have to worry about buying someone a car.
Okay, that's an inside joke, but okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's why I said it was an inside joke. I could tell because I was like, what's going on?
You know, like things like that. It's sort of like you don't have to. To be fair, I think that when you have to like boil it down to like what it is at the end of the day, but it's like, you know, men are still. It's still important to patriarchal conversation. Like men are still deemed as like, okay, this provider, this that, right? You get like, even if you're married, if you're in a talking stage, you're in a relationship, whatever it is, right? Most people, there are some people, there's some men that will probably like go through life and like have that whole like soft like thing going right. Even like it was like look at this like what was it called, like literally, right? A gay couple, obviously there'll be a guy that like isn't doing like as much, you know, there'll be a work husband, and then the way it's still husband, right? So instead of husband, obviously like, you know, meaning something like, right? But like it was be a dynamic way, like, you know, there's be like, you know, this way that I think that it's not exactly realistic, because at some point it will come up. You know, some men might be lucky enough to not have to worry about, you know, anything, and like have to live that sort of life. It's like, you know, if I get proposed to by like Zendaya or something tomorrow, I'm not going to think that.
Like your soft life is like
you are a fool. That's the thing.
I'm going to do part 3 as a standby husband. Fact. Or like, if you know that those are specific cases. But other cases where it's like, okay, if I was to get married to like another like person, right? And then like obviously looking like, okay, offer the children need to go to school. Wagwan school.
I know that's responsibility now.
Yeah.
That's responsibility.
But
I'm not saying things that are responsible. I'm saying that there are a lot of things that happen
Yeah.
in the dating space that is just crazy. That is even diabolical to me.
It is that.
Yeah.
No, the streets is wild. I won't even lie.
Yeah, like I think that's the problem. I don't even think anybody should go for yourself. Like just go for normal life, man.
Yeah, just
Normal life is pick your struggles. Do what you're happy with.
Okay, so my next question to you guys is, how do men handle financial setback in relationships? Is the people that believe at each other?
Okay. I think for me, I don't think you should date anybody you cannot discuss financial setbacks with. Honestly, I don't think so. So I think if things are not going fine with you, if you lose your job or something happens, like communicate the person you are dating. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories of people hiding, maybe losing their job and still going out like that. They are still. I think it is mad because like I don't even see why anybody's even tying their self-worth to like maybe making money in like the interim. At the end of the day, like those downs, like they average out and things become normal. So I think if you're with somebody and you're not doing fine financially, please mention it. If the person wants to go, let them go. It's just fine. It's just simple.
He said it. I can't even like
I know it might be emasculating to even think about not being able to like afford things just to be able to afford. But like,
you see, listen, right? Everyone has 100 to be fair. Let's be honest. Like this whole like, I guess it's conversation, but also you're doing yourself a disservice by still staying in.
Okay.
Because if you cannot keep up, you know what's start taking loans.
Yeah.
Because you want to go and buy Bond Street. What are we doing here?
So I think my next question was just going to be off what you just said. Do you think that financial pressure pushes men into doing illegal things?
I think it pushes men into not just illegal things. I think like some men don't. I think it pushes men into doing extreme things.
Okay.
Into going to extreme situations where it's like it might not be illegal, but like it's a scenario where like they never thought that they would be in. You feel me? It's like, oh, because of like I need to do something and do that. But like no, just like let's not relationship. Like just like pressure, like as a whole, as a man, where it's like you feel emasculated by like another man because he earns paper higher than you, or maybe you have like a relative, like you know how like in your household there's like a big mommy or something, right?
Yeah,
and it's like one successful cousin that they would like refer you to, right? And like you also like and they now tend to like get pressure like doing other things. I think it pushes you into doing extreme things, to be fair, where it's like you take on risks that you wouldn't on normal day. But to X that pressure out, you wouldn't even think of considering in the first place. But I don't think I don't think honestly speaking, this might be a bit controversial, but like I don't think it's exactly a bad thing.
Okay.
I'm not saying the pressure is toxic, and also having to do those extreme things isn't exactly the best thing for yourself. But I think pressure, like, the thing is, like, let's be honest, pressure is actually a really, really strong, like, it's a really good thing for you to have as an individual because it pushes you to be better.
Pressure from where exactly?
So it depends. It can be internal, it could be external. That's why I said that like pressure, like that kind of pressure that you're referring to isn't exactly a good thing. It's toxic, but I think to an extent, at least you don't tend to get comfortable. I think a very dangerous thing for you to be in as an event is where you are comfortable, where you're supposed to be, but you're comfortable enough to not want to like grow. And like when you get comfortable in that box, you get trapped in said box, and before you know it, you're like 92 years old. Like, what have I done with my life?
Okay, first for me, I think the only pressure anybody should like take input from, or like the only pressure that should serve as an input for you is pressure from yourself, man. I don't think any form of external pressure is even a good. It's even good for you to like even try to like act from. And when it comes to like people doing illegal stuff because of pressure, they are stupid liars. No, they're doing illegal stuff because they're just dumbos, and that's the only thing they can do.
No. I don't agree.
Okay. It's a nicer one. I'm not that generous in my thoughts.
I think certain people tend to do illegal things because of pressure. Like if you were to meet like a scammer or a thief, something, just like look at his story, like okay, maybe because he had a child, or like like paid for like their medical bills, or his mom was sick. Insecure people tend to get a bit, or people with like inferiority complexes tend to get a bit comfortable faster, right? So if you don't have that external pressure, or you don't feel akin to judgment by another person, right? You wouldn't want to even like, let me settle. Like that's why if you look at let's take a story out of like the what's it called? What's this guy's name again? So just one sec. Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Do you like this one? I feel like it's the second time you're mentioning him.
Yeah. Because he's the goat.
Okay.
He's not the goat.
Okay.
He's not the goat. But like, okay, no, actually no. Let's take Kanye West, right? Kanye, right, he keeps saying that like, oh, just give on what people think, or that's valid, right? But like, we're actually being on this. Like, look at how Peter's got to him. Like, look away, like how far he has become because he must be cared about internal things. But then again, there's certain cases where, like when Kanye was recording his verse for, I think it was Mercy or something, and then he said that like, I think it was 2 Chainz that like sent his verse back or something like that. And then like after he heard, no, it was Monster, sorry. When Eminem sent his verse for Monster, he said that he had to go back and rewrite his whole verse all over again, right? Because he felt like it was.
Well, I think I heard
exactly.
But that seems more internal to me because like he assessed it and he felt like okay, I could do better than I did in the past. And that is in a very constructive case, right? This is a different case. You're talking about like people taking pressures to like doing things that are stupid, basically.
No. So I said.
Okay, guy even hit me recently, right? And it was like, I should pity him that the other option for him is to like park the bus he's driving to start stealing all that. And I'm like, you're a fool. This one, for this reason, you're going to pay me my money because this nonsense you just said, like, everybody's working because that's the right thing to do. Like, I just don't think there's any amount of pressure anybody should be getting to get them involved in this. And I think I get your general stuff, but I think it's just going to serve as a justification for people to like.
Again, let me rephrase because this is good on YouTube. I'm not saying that you do illegal things, though. Okay.
That's what you'll be saying.
No. What I said was, it's not justified and it's not good to do certain illegal things. But we have also acknowledge the fact that like those processes exist.
Okay.
You can't just the world isn't black and white. So like there are a lot of gray areas with these things, right? As much as you want to agree that like okay, you should really care about internal things. There's about some billion people in this world. I can bet you more than half don't care what they think about themselves. They don't care about what most people think about them. That's what actually kept the world moving. That's what kept the capitalist economy moving. The fact that like the US wants to be a bigger economy than China, or this guy, this CEO wants to meet top line revenue growth higher than his peers.
But when you do that by giving your book, what happens? When you do that by giving your book, what happens?
Well,
you have another Enron, please.
No.
Like, let's do that for sure. That's about it.
But on the flip side, what happens is like you get another Nvidia.
No. Like by giving your books.
No, I'm saying give me your books. I'm not saying you should do it.
But that's still like.
But like this process.
Okay, Peter, we understand you. Which process?
No, but I'm saying like the reason why Nvidia started building the Blackwell chips or the upper GPUs was because they wanted to be the best chip maker, even far before this AI thing started.
What has to do?
Like,
That's an internal like.
But that's the thing, right?
Okay, where was the external pressure to build chips like that?
Because
how did we get here? Like, I'm like just wondering how the conversation got to this point. So my next question is, and this is just for your own personal opinion, do you think women only date successful men?
Okay, the math of it doesn't even make sense. There are a few successful men, so like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the math of it don't make sense. Like, so some women just have to date like the men they deem not successful, and I don't even. Okay, the problem is how do you even survive in that kind of world if you think somebody is not successful and that's who you end up with? Do you get? So it just boils down to like the fundamentals of dating, like in the modern era. I think people should start dating for like the right reasons and leave things that are like okay, someone can even have money right now and not even have money like the next moment. So I think not dating. I think for me personally, right, one thing I put out really fast is this. I'm a broke guy, in the sense of like in the Lagos sense, that's actually true, right? Like, I'm a broke guy, so like.
No, you're not, but okay.
No, I get it, but in the Lagos sense,
okay.
I'm not that guy, trust me.
Okay.
I'm definitely not that guy. So like, I always put it out there, and it's just good to see the reactions and like see how like everything pans out. But like the mass of everybody wanting to date like successful men, it's not even gonna work out. At the end of the day, you also have to settle for people that are even less.
Me personally, I'll play devil advocate. I don't think all women want to date successful women. I think some women date for love.
Oh.
Call me.
Okay, can I speak, please? Can I speak, please? First, Peter is making me look bad. Funny thing is, someone has dated me when I didn't even have a job too, and it was fine. And she was.
Relax.
No. This is posting like NYC time. job hunting and stuff. Like, of course, like I somebody did me during that time. But at the end of the day, like my experience is not the universal experience. What is very, very obtainable in Lagos today is transactional relationship. So like, and that's that's what my opinion was like predicated on. So Peter can now go for his nice shots. So I'm just trying to like, I'm just clearing the air.
Obviously, it's not really sure, but I think he's actually kind of right. I think a lot of relationships, I wouldn't limit it to just Lagos. I think relationships in general, like relationships in what's it called, what's it called, capitalist environments. Like if you look at Lagos, Nigeria, or you look at New York or like LA, California, like where you have a lot of like people like doing a lot of things. It tends to be a lot more transparent because like what they intimidate is like POVs. That's what they sell. They sell points of views. They sell opinions. So like that's why you have someone renting private jet hangar for photo shoots for like $5K per hour or something. So I think to an extent, like for like places where cities that are incredibly fluxed with entertainment or commerce or that are very, very commercial, you tend to have like a lot more traditional relationships. But like I also think you could call me gullible, you could call me stupid, you could call me whatever it is, but I think you should date for love. I think I think honestly that's
Is there a balance expression for me?
Exactly. Although see honestly, Alpha, see this, listen. Nobody died from being single. At least I'll retrace it again. Okay, it's not going to be single.
For a man that is not single, but like.
The right person will find you. The right person will find you. Okay, it just takes time. Okay, or maybe not. And it's not that bad, to be honest.
Is how Peter with his little years of experience in relationship is forming.
It's not bad. I'm just saying. Because you get.
So you're in love now. That's what you're advising.
But that said, at the same time, but that said, at the same time, I don't think women should date any kind of man, like at the end of the day, like I think you should also like, I think there should be some sort of like maybe like benchmark to like dating people that is value based as opposed to like material based, right? So at the end of the day, I can see the thoughts behind maybe trying to like do background check before dating somebody, but at the same time, like when we start having conversations around things that are very superfluous, I think that's where the problem is. But at the same time, for me to like, I have criteria for dating women. I'm not going to date any kind of women for the sake of it, and I think women should pick and choose too.
Valid.
Okay, so Ayubola is saying women can also have standards. Like, do not say to have the sort of guy that you're looking.
Just don't skew
to
like, just don't skew to those one particular side of the spectrum where it's like this spectrum is like you date for this certain like materially or you date for love. You can't skew to one side of each. Like that's find a balance. So you can't date because you take personal money, and you can't date just because you love them. Okay, but let's be honest, like you can fall in love with a foolish person. Did you get? So like just like try to like strike a balance. But also just like know that like you have like some worth yourself, so you actually deserve certain things. But I agree with you on that one.
Okay, I mean that's the last question I have for you guys, and it's been a very insightful and fun conversation. Peter and Ayubola are people that I love having conversations with. It could start off as fun, banter, and it always goes on to be like thought-provoking conversations. So they're genuine guys. And on that note, I want to pimp Ayubola out.
Yeah.
Interested applicants, please send your application to the bisolamuda@gmail.com. I will review your application and we'll be in touch if you qualify.
I have some bad behavior for the record.
So tell them about there's a fee that they have to pay. So you have to pay a fee to become on the show on Access Bank.
Now wants to sell me.
What she said, pimping now? There's a fee.
All right, thank you all so much. Thank you so much for like I really appreciate. Thank you for honoring the invitation. I don't take it for granted.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Please, like, listen, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications.
All those good stuff.
All the other good stuff.
Thank you. All right, guys. They've said it all, and thank you so much. I'll see you on another episode.
Hi there. Welcome to 57A Shortlet Apartments. Come right in. Let me show you around. So this is our 2-bedroom short-let apartment in the heart of Yaba. Over here we have our service kitchens with our gas cookers, the sink, everything is inbuilt. And we have our fridges, microwave, everything ready for your use at our Airbnbs. You don't have to worry about cooking, you don't have to worry about heating up your food. Everything is already here for you. And over here we have a lovely dining set so you can host people and have a nice time just connecting. We have 2 bedrooms, a master bed, which is en suite with the bathroom and the toilets. The room is very spacious. We have a walk area in the room. Very nice TV to relax once you're done working. We also have ample amounts of space to hang your clothes and to also just feel like you're in a place away from home. As you can see, like I said, very spacious. This is another room. If you don't want the TV here, if you have kids also using this Airbnb with you while they're on holiday but they have assignments, it's a nice place for them to work from. And even if you're working from home, you can also work from home comfortably. All our beds are very comfortable and you have a nice time at our Airbnb at 57A Isaac John. What did I mention? Our short-let facilities are 20 minutes away from the local and international airports, making it so easy for you to travel, to pick up your guests and bring them right over here.